In the previous session on the introduction to correction of sentences, we had a little bit of glimpses into the use of articles, the wrong usage of articles. Okay, so keeping that in mind, we had begun the session on the use of the definite article the. Okay, the contextual use of the definite article, where it is used and where it is not used. We had begun with the same discussion. Okay. And to go back to what we were discussing already briefly, uh, we got to remember that the first thing under the definite article is that it is used before the singular and plural common noun to point out a particular thing or to specify a particular thing or an object. Okay, for this we also have discussed the example in detail. And the second point under the definite article is that it is used to indicate a class with nouns in the singular or with adjectives. Okay, and the third point, which is vital, we shall go on with the detailed discussions from third point, is that the definite article the is used even before proper nouns when these happen to be the names of mountains, rivers, oceans, seas, capes, and ships. Okay, most of these water bodies and ships and even mountains. Okay, when these things happen to figure out as examples in some context, we see that there is this use of definite article. Okay, for example, we say the Himalayas. Okay, and the river Ganga. Okay, so we do not know the actual logical reason behind it, but usually this is the contextual use of the definite article the. Okay, then the is also used before the superlatives, right? We have sentences which are usually in some degrees of comparison, right? We have positive degree, comparative degree, which takes the word more, and you have superlative degree which takes the prefix most. Okay, and even in when it comes to words, you have positive, comparative, and superlative forms, right? For example, if you take the word tall, the comparative form is taller, the superlative form is tallest, and the positive form is the basic or the root form of the word tall. Okay, so before superlatives also, you see that in the superlative forms of the words the definite article is used. Okay, for example, Mount Everest is the highest peak in the world. So highest is the superlative form of the word high, and when you say the highest, you are using the definite article the. Okay, so then the definite article is also used as an adverb with a comparative. Okay, for example, the more the merrier. Okay, the sooner the better. Okay, so usually it is used as a prefix in the double comparative usage. Okay, and the next context when it is used is with the force of a superlative. Okay, with the force of a superlative. For example, when you say he is the leader today. Okay, and you say that for example, you want to recognize particular trait of a person. Okay, so you say that he is the culprit. Okay, he is the saint. Okay, he is the victim. Okay, so when it comes to these words or adjectives which bring out a kind of situation or trait of a person. Okay, so to highlight the superlative form of a word, wherein you are actually not using the superlative form, but you are bringing in this effectiveness for the word, and you are emphasizing something special and something great and something very different about the trait of a person or an adjective, basically to emphasize on the superlative form. Instead of using a superlative, you can use the word the. Okay, the definite article the, to emphasize on particular superlative qualities of a word. Okay, to highlight some things importance and a person's importance, the importance of the qualities of a particular person, you use the. Okay, then the is also accompanied by with abbreviations. It is usually accompanied with abbreviations. For example, the WHO, the USA. Okay, and the United Kingdom. Okay, so these are the uses of the when it comes to abbreviations. Then it is also used with the titles of the books. Okay, and newspapers, journals, etc. Okay, we say that newspapers, for example, we say the Hindu, then the Indian Express, the Times of India. Then we say the Quran, the Bible, and the Bhagavad Gita. And journals we can say the Reader's Digest, etc. Okay. Then it is nevertheless also used with the names of public buildings and vehicles. Okay. For example, we say the famous train's name, the Shatabdi Express. Okay, and public buildings like the Vidhan Sauda. Okay, and the Parliament House, then the White House. Okay, so used in the context of public buildings and vehicles. Okay, so there are certain situational contexts where the article the is also omitted. Okay, where it is not used at all. So for that also we can share certain examples to see that where it should be omitted. Okay, for example, it is omitted in the context of proper nouns, then plural nouns, then nouns of material and abstract nouns. It is not used with regular meals, names of regular meals. Then it is not used when noun is in idiomatic phrase. Then it is not used when adjectives are used as nouns signifying languages and colors. Okay, so these are the different contextual usages where the definite article the is omitted. Okay, so there are also few examples for these situations where the definite article the is not used, instead it is omitted. And also there are few exceptional use of articles where we also have this concept of zero article, right, where there is no need of an article. Okay, grammatically you may feel that, technically you feel that there should be an article, because many times more or the less grammar is like mathematics, right? So you feel like there should be an article, but Going by the contextual basis, uh, the sentence would be still complete even if you do not use an article. So that is called a zero article. So there are also few exceptional uses and cases like that. So those contexts we shall discuss along with the examples of the definite article where it is omitted. We shall discuss this context with examples in the forthcoming session.